Hey guys, so today your girl has a radio interview. I haven't done these in a while, and so when Focus FM hit me up, I was like, let's do it. You know, they were like, you're an entrepreneur, you are doing the things that need to be done. Come through, Madam Force, the only head girl in Namibia. So yeah, your girl went through. I hope you really enjoyed. I decided to just record the whole thing just for you. Hope you enjoy. Bye.
She already passed away last year, actually. It is 4 minutes past 8 right here on Morning Clark. And every Thursday we try to get in studio ladies and entrepreneurs to share their story, their journey, and to talk about their business, their passion. And hopefully it also inspires you to get started on yours. Because I feel like every one of us have a dream. I have a great idea, but sometimes we're scared just to step out and try. And this morning, I'm joined by one brave lady that decided to just start her business. That is Renata Shikongo joining me in studio. That is the owner, the founder, the boss, the CEO. That is the loaf.
Yes.
How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing well. It's actually not as cold.
I believe it's not cold in the morning. Early in the morning it's not cold compared to like from 7-ish.
In the evening?
In the morning. I think the cold sets in from 8 to 9 in the morning.
Really?
Yeah, I
wouldn't know. I don't wake up this early, so it's fine.
Now, you made your return days to the baking business this year. Okay. Now, can you just tell us shortly what made you take this break? Because people were loving it, and then there was this break, and now you're back again. So, why the break?
Okay, so the loaf was born during COVID, and believe it or not, I was like on autopilot. I was baking, I was doing this, I was delivering, I was doing all these things, and I actually did not experience the COVID. I did not allow my emotions to go through and all of that. So I feel like, when you bottle up so much, because obviously you're experiencing the losses, you're experiencing all of these things, and then the time that I had to actually, everything was just like blowing up now. I was not able to deliver. But also besides that, the emotional part of it, I don't think I was ready for the scaling up. I did this in COVID, I couldn't make funds, and I wanted everyone to feel at home and everything without thinking that of like how greater it can be. So I feel like the break was very necessary for me to recuperate and just to think, what exactly do I need? Where do I want this to go? Because at the end of the day, I do want to scale up. I just wasn't ready for it. Yeah, so it was for that. And also I had moved out of town for almost 2 years, and it got difficult to try to maneuver. So it's these emotions, and then it's you trying to deliver, and then it's you trying to be out of town. So I feel like it was a lot, and naturally it just started slowing down.
I love a COVID business. I always have a couple of COVID businesses and I'm like, ooh, a COVID business is still thriving.
Right? When everyone else is not okay, you are capitalizing.
Now, can you tell us in terms of what inspired the idea behind the loaf? You just touched on it in terms of you wanted to make sure people feel at home, people feel
yes.
Because there's something about eating a loaf of bread, freshly baked, that just makes you feel some type of food.
Never gets out of fashion. That loaf of bread never gets out of fashion. But I must say our loaf is definitely different. It's not a normal bread that you can eat with eggs. They are flavored. But yeah, back to your question. So we're going through this thing. The whole world is at still. We are going through it together for the first time. And I feel like there wasn't anything that made us feel human again, that made us feel connected again. So that's how I came up with the loaf. I was bored at home, I wasn't able to do makeup that I was doing. And then I thought, like, what could actually put a smile on everyone's face? Like, let's talk about this warm bread that is being delivered during COVID. So that's how it was discovered. Although I must say, the recipe is not extremely new. It's a sister, my older sister's recipe. She always used to bake it at home. So one day she baked it during COVID, and I'm like, the way we feel at home, how about everybody feels this, So that's how it was born, and the slogan is a taste of home. So it really is a taste of home.
So the name just popped up.
Yeah, the name just, I was looking for a name, and I'm like, but it's a loaf. How about we make it the loaf? So it's the loaf.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Now, what sets your loaves apart from others? You mentioned that yours is not the typical loaf of bread.
Yes.
It's flavored. So tell us in terms of the type of flavors that are available, and how did you decide that these are the type of flavors that I'm going to be focusing on?
Okay, so the slogan is a taste of home. So it's the slogan that came first besides thinking. And then I started getting to it in terms of like, okay, if it's a taste of home, in terms of like giving the flavors, what do people want to taste? A taste of home. So I started naming my sisters, people close to me, to the loaves. So I have the tangy loaf, which is the lemon. Tangy is my older sister. And it's very tangy. And so yeah, I started looking into that. I have the Cosma loaf. My little sister's name is Cosma, and that's the coffee loaf. So I started looking into, I wanted to tell a story in terms of the flavors and everything. But besides that, our loaves are vegan, and I wanted it to be very inclusive. So I don't use eggs or milk or anything, especially in the original loaf, which is the banana flavored. So I'm yet to do a gluten-free, because ideally I would want everyone to be able to taste the loaf, because it's for everyone. It's a taste of home. And at home, no matter what you have, no matter what allergies you have, you should be accommodated.
Sounds amazing. Now, with any business, there's always challenges. So what would you say were some of the challenges you faced when you started off the business, and how did you overcome those challenges? Because this was during COVID, and sometimes it's like curfew, there's like
the police stopping you. You know, when I started, I was wrapping them in this what do you call this? It's like a brown paper.
Yes.
So it would be like a block in my back seat. And whenever like the police stops me, because they had those all over the place, right, during COVID. Whenever the police stopped me, they always used to wonder, are these drugs? And I'm like, sir, I can give you one for free, because you always have extras just in case it miscalculated. And then they would feel it. The one man was, but they can smell it's a loaf. You understand?
Yeah.
So besides that, one of the challenges were the demand. I did not have an industrial oven. I started baking from home, the normal oven, and I could only bake, I think, 4 or 3 at a time. And I'm talking about 100 orders, I'm talking about 200 orders, I'm talking about sending loaves to different towns during COVID. So that was really one of the most difficult times. And how I overcame it was, I do have support. I don't want to say I still have the support of my family. So we'd stay up together. Like my parents, I remember once they traveled just to come and help me with like the packaging and all of that when the demand was really, really high. So what I did was I genuinely saved up all of that money. I told myself I'm buying myself an industrial oven. So sleepless nights, being in the kitchen, but that drive is just there like, girl, you got this. So yeah, that was one of my biggest challenges, honestly. And being able to show up still with your blue eyes and baggy eyes and all of that.
And I feel that's where the taste of home comes in, because you had all of those family members of you helping and pitching in and stuff like that. Now, one thing that has also really transformed marketing and business during COVID was social media. How have you used social media to just promote your business? I've seen you've really leveraged the social media influencers. A few weeks ago, you did little PR packages, and everybody was just eating your brand, posting about it. So, how have you used that to just get your business out there?
When I started with a loaf, that was the original. How do I say? It was the original marketing. It was the strategy behind it. Like, I wanted, because on social media we were a community, but not really together. Everyone was feeling their own things during COVID. So I just decided to recuperate, go back, start over, like start afresh, and do it like the way I did it before. So my business is fully online. Like, that's where my customers come on. The ones that come from other people is when they taste it. Let's say you order it from social media and then someone else tastes it, then they order. But originally it was born on social media, and I think that's where it thrives the most.
Now, with your business, I think Taste of Home, I'm sure you had some amazing feedback from your customers. What is that memorable customer story that stands out for you every time you share?
I'll never forget this lady. She's married, so this is not now, this is now back then. She would always order this loaf, right? But she would always make sure that she has like two, for her and her husband. Everyone has theirs. The one time she had forgotten to order, and I told her, no, I actually have an extra one. You can just come get it. She got it, and then she's like, how am I going to do this, Renate? I'm like, what do you mean? There's no way I can go with this bread at home. My husband is going to fight for this bread. I'm going to put it in my bag, and then I'm going to take a shower, and I'm going to eat my bread alone. That's when I was like, oh wow. And just like remarks, people calling me and telling me, no, we are here fighting for the, so next time, can you please make sure each and everyone from this house has their own. So it's just, it's like an addictive taste, and ideally that's really what I want, to bring people together. So even when you're fighting, you're together. Yeah, so it's supposed to bring people together, it's supposed to make people whole, and yeah.
I love it. It's a lovely story.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned earlier that you may want to also add there is another flavor that is to your loaf. Now, are there any new products or services you plan to incorporate that is into your business?
No, 100%. I would definitely want to be a little bit more inclusive in terms of like allergens and all of that. So like I said, I do want to branch into gluten-free. But with the gluten-free, besides the flavored loaves, I feel like there's also a market for actual gluten-free bread that the people can have with eggs and all of that. So I'm still busy on that. Hopefully soon I will launch that, and I would also want to get into crunchies or rusks, something more long-lasting on the shelf and stuff like that. Yeah.
Sounds really amazing. Now, how do you balance like work, personal life, and getting these loaves out to people? How is the balance for you? Do you have like some me time where you also just have yourself a slice of your loaf and just sit there and like?
Okay, so right now there is some time actually, because we've decided to just, I say we because I have a team. We've decided to just deliver it on Fridays or on order, like when you have a bulk order, because we are looking for a venue. Right now I'm baking from our house garage, and some of the industrial ovens are not on yet because of space. So as soon as I'm fully everyday type of baking, then maybe I can say I don't have time, but for now I genuinely have time. Plus I have a team. I have someone that also bakes the loaf, because with my life, like you said, I will not be able to be baking all the time. So right now I'm balancing. I'm yet to see when I actually get my venue where I can fully branch out as a bakery.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Now, honestly, what advice would you like to give to someone who wants recently with a business idea that also wants to start doing it actually, but is kind of scared to tap into whether it's baking, whether it's something else?
I think the most important thing for me is start from where you are. Yeah. Don't wait. If I had waited to get an industrial oven to start this business, I would have never started. But I advise you to start from where you are. Start with what you have. Your taste has a market. Stick to your genuine taste and be consistent. Because I feel like with that's all you need to actually scale up. You don't just start up. You have to start from where you are. That's also how you brew your hunger for what you actually want. Through this process, you're able to determine, oh, I actually really want to make this big. I want another industrial oven. I want to what? Now I'm looking for a venue. That's how you actually sort of like cultivate the hunger that you've had for your business. So yes, start from where you are. Don't wait.
I think one takeaway from what you mentioned, or start with what you have with where you are, is also start with what you're passionate about. Don't do baking because Renata is doing it.
Yes, 100%.
It will not be the same.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line you'll get tired because it's not your passion. So if you do something that you're good at, something you enjoy, something you love doing, I think that's where people are able to gravitate towards you. They will feel it in your food, in the products you're making. They will feel the love in there because it's something you enjoy doing as well.
Yes, and also to add on to that, to be honest, way before COVID, if you had told me that I was going to be a baker, I was going to laugh at you. I was going to be like, me, makeup artist, baker, how? But you know, sometimes due to your heart, you know, and what you want to put out there, you find mediums into how to execute. So besides you knowing the passion in the physical realm, know what you want people to feel and know what you want to put out there, and that way it leads you into exactly how you want to execute it. And it's the same thing, like for me, I don't think I can do like cakes, right? It's not my thing, but like now I know loaves are my thing. So I don't intend on baking cakes, but like you said, like don't do it because other people are doing it. Find your passion.
Lovely. It was absolutely wonderful having you in the studio this morning, hearing your story, hearing another corporate business that is still thriving after the pandemic, and the amount of love you put into your product and how people are really gravitating towards that. It's something that's real and it's authentic, and when it comes from the heart. And I love the fact that it's just not that. You just didn't leave it at that. You actually have a whole vision and plan for your business, where you want to be in the company.
Yes.
That's what we need to focus on as entrepreneurs. That we need to constantly also think of how can I upscale, how can I employ one extra person.
Yes.
As well. So thank you for sharing your story this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
It was an absolute blast.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll get a loaf, so you can also experience. So I
don't even know why I didn't come with a loaf, Nick.
I was wondering if my colleagues to buy it. Now they're like, but how are we supposed to buy it? Like, just buy it. People say it's nice, let me just buy it.
Next time I got you guys. I got you. I'm focused next time.
Awesome. That's what you did. It is 21 minutes past 8. We continue days with more feel good music. The sounds of Rick and Lace saying love is wicked on Focus. It was good, but none of us were laughing. I told you.
I was really
It was
nervous.
just a nice conversation.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it, and then later I'm like, something wrong with me. I'm very nervous.
It was very nice.
Thank you.